What happened? When did you first hear something was wrong?
Well, I was asleep at the time, and my dad burst the door open and told me to wake up, that there was a fire in the building. So I grabbed the closest clothes I had, so jeans and a jumper, and I left with my phone and my chemistry notes, and we went down the stairs and managed to escape.
But Ines, we've all seen, few of us in our lives have seen anything more terrifying, more shocking than the images of your home burning down. But yet, and I understand, I mean, you saved your life, you were outside, but still you felt the next day without a home, without extra clothes, only the clothes that you'd woken up in, you went on and sat your exam. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
And actually grabbed your revision books as you were leaving, so that was in your head still.
Yeah.
Why was it so important for you to go and do that exam?
Well, I want to take chemistry for A-level, and I needed good grades in my science GCSE to be able to go ahead with chemistry. And it's my strongest science, so I thought it was worth doing it rather than not doing it.
And was that hour or two sitting doing the exam, was that an escape from what had happened, or was it always there on your mind?
It was always there on my mind, but it was like a way of escaping it and not thinking about it.
What was the reaction from your school and your school friends?
They were all really supportive. All my friends brought in clothes, toiletries, everything that I would need, and gave me money as well. So, yeah, they were really
Tiago,
supportive.
what does this say about your sister?
Okay, honestly, I really do not have words to describe what she did. At the time, I told her, you know, you don't have to go in. I told my dad to call in the school and tell them, of course, that she wouldn't be doing the exam, but she persevered and she said, no, I want to go and do it. You know, she'd been revising, she'd been making notes for chemistry quite a while back, and, you know, I knew that she really, really wanted to do this.
Tell us, Tiago, where you were when you first heard about the fire, because I think your parents had been out and were coming home, weren't they?
So we'd actually gone to dinner with some family, and they went to drop them off home at a hotel, and they dropped us off home first. So my sister was asleep, I was on my computer, and then as my sister said, my dad showed up and opened the door and said, you know, we need to get out.
He'd sent your mother, so told her to just get out, came to wake you both and get you out.
Yeah, so what happened was they got into the lift, and at that time, 2 people got into the lift at the same time as them, and they got off on the 4th floor.
Which is where the fire started.
And from there, like, quick thinking from my dad told my mum, go downstairs, go get my phone. I left it in the car. So my mum ran downstairs and my dad ran up the stairs from the 4th floor to the 13th to come and wake us up, get us out of there. At the time, I did smell some smoke, but I just assumed it was a candle that we had. Usually we have a candle lit in the sitting room, and my mum usually, like,
collects candles.
Yeah, so she likes her candles, and I just assumed it was that, so I blew it out. And
So when you got outside, so thank goodness, you know, you're safe, you're with your family. Did you then stand like so many people and watch that horror unfolding in front of you?
Well, it seemed pretty controlled when we got down there. It was just in one flat, and then in the space of 6 minutes, had risen up until 6 flats above it, and it was just uncontrollable. Everyone was screaming, crying. It was horrible.
What has life been like for you in the 2 nights, 3 nights since? What lives have you, where have you gone to? Who's looking after you?
At the moment we're at a friend's house, and they're being really supportive, helping us out. Everyone's donated, so we have everything we need for the moment, but now we're just waiting until we get a semi-permanent.
You don't have your home, that's the thing. And how many years had you lived in Grenfell Tower?
11.
11 years. So all your possessions, your life, your family, all those memories. And you owned your flat, Tiago.
Yes.
It's obviously a mix
Yes.
in there of social housing and people that owned the flats.
Exactly.
What about the concerns, the safety concerns that so many of the tenants are now talking about?
So at the time of the renovations, there was loads of people speaking out about it. My dad was part of the Tenants Association who were trying to speak out against for fire safety and a lot of other concerns that they had around the building. A lot of the people didn't have that opportunity because they were in council flats, and they felt like some of them felt like their voices couldn't be heard, and even the voices of people who owned the flats at the time felt the same way. It felt like they weren't paying attention to all our concerns. In the end, some of our concerns were addressed, but of course, some of them were not. And so, like at the moment, I was involved in the situation because my dad's English isn't perfect, so I helped him out with some of the emails, addressing TMO at the time and seeing if we could get anything done.